Okay, hello, and welcome to Mobilize and Stretch with Joey, who loves this class as much as I do. And today we're working with the chair, a TheraBand, and I always love you to have your cushion handy if you want the knee and the neck support. Okay, I've had special requests for a lot of upper body, neck and shoulder stuff, but I'm gonna do full body just so you feel amazing. All right, let's get feet, knees, and hips in that center. Find that beautiful posture for me. And just take that moment to connect into your center. Pull your shoulders back, standing tall and strong. Let's take a deep breath in as you fill your lungs up. Give me a strong exhale through your mouth. Connect into ribs, belly, and transverse. Again, deep breath in, fill your lungs. And strong exhale. Let's tuck our chin and slowly roll your spine down. As you reach the bottom, take a deep breath in and breathe out as you slowly roll it up. Stacking your spine, pull your shoulders back, lifting your chin up again. Inhale, exhale, tuck to roll down, keeping your knees soft, keeping your belly strong. Inhale. And breathe out as we roll the body up. And one more, tuck and roll, staying down at the bottom. And warming up your legs, we inhale, bending knees and stretch. Breathe, 2 and stretch. Inhale, 3 and stretch. Breathe, 4 and stretch. Keep going for 5 and 6. Breathe for 7. One more to go, 8. Soften your knees, zip in your belly as you roll your spine up. Turn your palms to face forward, connect your upper backs. And give me the side bends. Inhale, back, breathe out, side bend. Always keeping the knees soft, tightening in your core as you move. Inhale, back, breathe out, side. And add a reach up and over, lengthen through these fingertips, add a pulse out, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful, up and over, and pulse out, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. As you come back, roll your shoulders around, big circles. 1, circling 2, breathing 3, good deep breath, 4 and 5, other way, let's circle 1, breathing 2, exhale 3 and 4. As you anchor your shoulders down, keep them still, turn your eyes to the side. And let's see what the necks are feeling like today as you gently roll half circles side to side. You want to be strict with your core staying strong, your shoulders staying still, so that you can mobilize the correct area of your neck. Lovely, giving me one more. And bringing your eyes down as we roll back down to the ground. Back into your bend and stretch. We inhale, go deeper into your knee bend. Exhale, nice big stretch. Inhale, deep knee bend. Exhale to stretch. 3 and stretch. Inhale, 4 and stretch. 2 more, breathe, 5 and stretch. 1 more, breathe, 6. And take this moment here, acknowledge how tight your legs are feeling now at the beginning of class. We always want to gauge that progression by the end and take another deep core breath for me. Soften your knees, slowly rolling your spine all the way back up. And let's turn our chairs away from us so you can hold the back of it. I want you to pull the hips back, feet and knees hip distance apart. Bend the knees and let's find that tabletop stretch. Now be strict with me. Don't let that head drop below. I want your ears and arms in line. I want you to actively glide your shoulders away from your ears so we don't let the shoulders tense up. And if your legs are feeling super tight today and you feel more legs than back, then bend the knees even more. We want to lengthen out our spine, our rectal spinning muscles. And let's get those bodies moving as you curl into your spine, into your neck. Inhale, pull back, find that tabletop position. Again, breathe out as we curl, and I want you to connect into your core. Inhale, make sure you never collapse here. Don't let that head drop below your arms. 3, breathe out, curl. Inhale, pull back and stretch. 2 more. Exhale as you curl. Inhale, pull back and stretch. 1 more. Breathe out as you curl. Inhale, pull back and hold it there for me. Place your one hand behind your back. The hand on the chest, slide it across and sink into that side of the body that you get that deep activation down the side of the arm, side of the ribs. Watching your head placement. Good. And swap other side, hand behind you, other hand across, and sink into that side of the body. Get that side stretch to happen. Excellent. Back into your center. Find that flat line and take it into a deep knee bend. Exhale, pull your hips back as you stretch. Inhale, deep knee bend. Breathe out to stretch. 2 more. Inhale. Breathe out to stretch. 1 more. Inhale. Breathe out. Now hold it here. Imagine I'm pulling your hips to that wall behind you. Anchor your chair down and visualize that space between the vertebrae that we are creating. You're going to feel 100 feet taller after this session. Yes. Soften your knees. Connect your core as you slowly roll it up. Let go of that chair and take a step forward. Wrap your hand behind your foot. Soften your standing knee. Before we move, connect your shoulder blades. Open your collarbones. We breathe out as you move into your forward tilt, pulling your knee away from the body. Inhale, drawing it back again. We want to get rid of the sitting tension that we build up through the week. And come back. On the next 3, be conscious of where your chin, your neck, your shoulders are sitting. Always posture way. 2, breathe out, tilt. Inhale, come back. 1, breathe out to tilt. Now hold it at a stretch. Make sure you are getting that thigh and hip flexor to stretch. If you feel you can go that little bit deeper, push your foot into your hand. Feel how that shoulder blade connects. And give me another 3 breaths. Another 2, lovely. Another 1. And swap, other side. Let's go, hand behind foot, soften your knee, upper body connects. And breathe out, forward tilt. Inhale to center. Breathe out. I also love this kind of work because it's a sneaky core. You know I love those. Your standing leg is grounding into the floor, working your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips in that gentle but very effective way. This is it. Stay here. If you can, push your foot into your hand and make sure you are getting your thigh, your hip flexor to stretch, keeping that core nice and strong. Good. And bringing it down. I want you to place your ankle onto your thigh. Watch your shoulders, pull your hips back, and let's open up that hip line. Get into those glutes. Inhale, come back. I want 2 more. Breathe out, pulling back to get down. Inhale, come back for 1. Pull those hips back, get down, and holding here. Checking there's not too much pressure on this underneath knee. Those hips are back. Watch that you haven't collapsed forward. Always that sense of core through that upper body. And it should be that delicious bum stretch here. Remembering this stretch if you've done a long run, walk, cycle, if you've been sitting for a long time. Yes, other side, ankle onto you, and let's go pulling those hips back and down. First we mobilize the joint, and then we stretch it out. We never just hold a stretch with cold muscles. Breathe out, let's hold it now. Watching that chin isn't puffed forward, the shoulders haven't moved out of position. And hold. 4, breathe, 3, and 2, lovely, and 1, turning to face me. I want you to take this outer leg across, hip bones to face me, palm faces out, and I want you to sway your hips away from your chair as you reach this arm up and over. Inhale, let's glide it back. Now be conscious that you're not letting those shoulders tense up. You want to keep those shoulders anchored down. We opening up that hip line, the side of the lower back, those QL muscles which tend to tighten up quite a lot. And let's give this a hold. Imagine I'm pulling your hips away from that chair and create that space between the ribs. Give me another 3 breaths. Another 2. Breathe for 1. Excellent. You can turn to face the back. Take that outer leg across, palm facing out. Same move on the other side as you reach up and over. Inhale, come back, lovely. Breathe out to reach up and over. And come back for 3. Breathe out to reach and hold. Imagine we pulling those hips opposite way to that chair. Feel that stretch, always taking note if one side's feeling a lot tighter than the other. Brilliant. And let's relax. And let's get on to these chairs. I'm going to face my chair sideways just so you can keep watching my spine. You can totally stay facing forward. And if you happen to have a big Pilates ball at home, you can always use that instead of the chair for the seated work. Bring some awareness into your sitting posture. Feet, knees, hips are all in that straight line. Get yourself conditioned to lift up to find neutral back. Check your shoulder blades connect. And lastly, check your chin placement. Let's get that lower spine moving. As we breathe out, you tilt your pubic bone. We curl into your lumbar spine. Your core is strong. Inhale, grow tall in that spine. Stack those vertebrae. Again, breathe out, teaching your body to connect into core when you move your lower spine. And inhale, growing tall. 3, breathe out, tuck and curl. And inhale to lift. 2 more. Breathe out, tuck and curl. And to come back, 1 more. Breathe out to curl. And slowly come back. Float these fingertips forward in front of you. Watch the shoulder blades. From here, we're going to follow our one hand up and around, not letting that other hand droop down. Be really precise with your placement. And drawing it back up and over. Same arm. Breathe out as we reach up and over. Hold. And slowly come back for 3. Breathe out as we reach up and over. And come back. 2 more. Exhale, feeling out that shoulder blade. Even the neck is moving with this. And 1 more to reach. Give me a hold for 3. Hold 2. Hold 1 as you draw it back. Let's see other side. 5 reps. Up and around for 1. And draw it to center for 2. Breathe out, up and around. And we come back. 3, try to let those shoulders lift up. You want to keep them anchored down. Check that front arm is staying anchored in that position. And last time, breathe out as you reach and hold 3. Hold 2. Hold 1 as you draw it back. Interlace your hands in front, turn palms forward. And let's curl into your neck. Your shoulders, peel those scapula, those shoulder blades apart. We inhale as you reach up. Imagine I'm pulling your hands up through the roof. If your upper spine allows you, offer a tiny back bend, only if it doesn't hurt the lower back. We tuck and curl into your shoulder blades. And inhale, lift if you can, offer that upper spine. 3, breathe out to curl. And inhale, release it back. 2 more, breathe out to curl. And open up and back. 1 more to curl. And let's reach. And give me 3 breaths. Imagine I'm pulling your palms through the ceiling. And 2. And 1. Lovely. I want you to let go. Lean onto your thighs. And I want you to either wrap your hands on the outside of your chair like so. If you feel with your chair it's more comfortable to actually hold your fingertips together like this, You do whichever option feels right for you. I call this one the turtle shell. From here, we tuck our head in towards our knees. We breathe out. I want you to connect your shoulder blades, stretch your arms, and stick your head out of your shell to get that upper back, those shoulder blades connecting. Inhale, curl it back in. Again, breathe out. Let's connect and lengthen. And this exercise is so important to get rid of our computer neck tension that we tend to store up. At the back of the neck, at the top of the shoulder blades. Goodbye tension, get out of my body. And let's curl back. Give me 2 more. And see if you can actually deepen that stretch on each one. And let's come back for 1 more. Breathe out. Let's hold it here for 5. Keep that body in that forward bend. Squeeze our shoulder blades together. Feel like I'm pulling that head opposite way to your chin. You're keeping yourself anchored behind. And hold 3 more. Holding 2. Holding 1. You can let go of your fingertips and chair. Reach your arms over the knees. And let your head just nod, checking your jaw, your neck, your shoulders are completely relaxed. And from here, slowly rolling up, 1 vertebra at a time. Taking this front leg, I want you to place your ankle onto your thigh. Pushing this knee down and get yourself out of this habit to slump into these lower backs. It might be comfy, but it's illegal from a core foot point of view. We want to lift up in these lower spines. Connect those upper bodies. We stick that tailbone to the back of your chair as we forward tilt, opening up that hip line. Inhale, we come back. Beautiful. Again, lift up and over. Try your best to have that lower back flat. And come back for 1 more. Breathe out and we hold it here. 10 counts. This is one of the most important stretches we can do to prevent sciatica from forming in the lower back, that lower back tension. If you've been working and sitting for a long time, those hips and backs feel tight, let this be one of your go-to exercises. Good, another 4 counts. And 3. Breathing 2 and 1, coming back up. And from here, take the same leg. I want you to cross it all the way, knees on top of each other. Taking your opposite hand over to pull that knee into body. And let's scoop this front hand forward. Shoulders stay down as you breathe out. You pulling your knee into you, lifting up in your lower spine and showing me your neck, your front of your shoulder and chest mobility. Inhale, we come back. On each rep, can you grow tall in the spine, trying to get out of those lower backs that we tend to collapse into. Inhale, come back for 3. I love this work because we are also lengthening this front deltoid pec muscle that tightens up from your phones, your computers, your steering wheels. Breathe out as we pull, and I want to stay here. Now imagine this hand, I'm pulling to that opposite wall. Imagine someone's lifting your upper body through the ceiling and you just keep lengthening through each vertebra. That core is strong, protecting the back in the rotation. Your neck feeling nice and mobile. Good, and slowly coming back. You stay where you are. I'm just going to quickly spin around and let's see this other side. Ankle onto your thigh. Push that knee down, check your lower back. That's the cheat. Grow tall in the body. And we go up and over. Inhale, come back. Get yourself conditioned to lift up and over, sitting out of the hips. And we come back, last one. And up and over. It's your 10 counts here. And I want you building that awareness, guys. Take note, which bum is actually tighter in this. It tells you quite a lot. You might be someone who sinks into one side when you're sitting, when you're standing, and that can kind of tilt your pelvis. So if you're feeling that, be mindful and know, oh, hold on, sit in the center. Rob says no sinking in that hip, and then you'll feel less pain or strain. Good, hold there, another 4. Another 3, 2, lovely, coming back. Let's slide that knee across. Take your opposite hand to hook in. Grow tall in the body as you lengthen this hand in front. And let's see what is the shoulder, chest, front of the neck feeling like. Inhale, come back. Again, breathe out. You want to grow tall in the body as you're doing this move. I also really love how this places the shoulder blade correctly in your upper back. We are setting that posture for the week. And let's see what it's feeling like. Can you grow even taller in the spine? Check that shoulder hasn't popped, and if it has, glide it down. Reach that hand to the wall, lift up to the ceiling, and hold 3, hold 2, hold 1, beautiful, our last seated one, and then we're on the mats. Open those feet a little bit wider as we tilt forward, stick your tailbone to the back. Take your opposite hand across this knee, reach your fingertips forward, and I want you to resist against your leg as we open this up, hold. Inhale, come forward. Again, 2 more. Breathe out to reach. Inhale, come forward. Breathing out to reach. Working into our shoulder and adding in that middle spine mobility. And hold here. Lengthen fingertips. Keep that core strong. Feel that opening in your lats. The side of the ribs, lower back is strong. Excellent. Other side, hook your hand over. Reach your hand forward and let's go. Breathe out to open up. Inhale, glide forward. Breathe out for 2. Inhale, glide forward. Last time for 3. And we take it into your stretch and hold it here. Maintain that position. Good. From there, we're going to lean that body back forward over your knees. Once again, checking neck is relaxed. Shoulders completely zened out. And take your time. Stack your vertebrae one at a time. Lifting up to that beautiful neutral spine. And it is mat o'clock. Let's get you down and onto your knees. You can take your chair just at the edge of the floor. If your knees need support, grab that cushion, place them underneath. And I want your hands on top of the seat. Knees under your hips. Lengthen once again, watching that your head does not drop below the arms. Get yourself conditioned to not let your shoulders pop upwards. You want to keep gliding down. And just enjoy that stretch. This is the kind of stretch that gets you taller, elongated. Let's see if that mobility is improving as we curl. Inhale, pulling back and stretch. Again, breathe out as we curl. You can tuck your chin. And inhale, stretch. 2 more, breathe out to curl. Inhale, stretching back for last one. Breathe out to curl. And then hold it for 3 deep breaths. Holding 2. Holding 1. I want you to let go of that chair as we roll up onto your one knee. Take a big step forward, toes in front of the knees. And from your hands on thighs, we breathe out as you lower into that hip line. Inhale, come back. And whenever we get into our hip flexor work, I want you to make sure those hip bones are facing forward. You don't want to be in that turnout position. You want to check that front knees way back behind your toes and lower. Breathe as we come back. Now in this one, we're going to option A, stay here on your thigh. If you feel you want to add a little bit more, you can press against that seat of the chair and open your chest to the roof, pressing that pelvis down and only doing this stretch if it does not hurt your lower back. If it's compromising the back, stay in that forward stretch. Give me another 2 breaths for me. Another 1 deep breath. And I want everyone to place hands onto that seat. Glue your toes down. Keep your bum up, and I want you to lengthen that front leg out. Slide these hands forward. And I want you to stick your bum out to the back. Can you see how I'm lengthening my lower back? This should be like, whoa, hello shin, hello hamstring, but in quite a fun way. Still getting that upper body stretching with that chair. And from here, I want to just flex that foot in front. Inhale, lower. Exhale, flex. And come down. Watch your shoulders, do not shrug. If you need to adjust your position, go where it feels comfortable for you and be strict with your neck, your chin, your shoulders. And this one, we're going to hold that flex. I want everyone to lift their chest up, staying in this lifted position, shoulder blades connect. You should be getting calf, hamstring. If you feel you can go one step further with me, take that same hand as foot and follow this to the back. And we opening up that neural pathway, that zing up that leg, that ITB, and give it another 3 breaths, another 2, another 1, bending that knee, relax, and swap to the other side. Wow, love it. Toes in front of knees, hands on thighs. Check that hip isn't having its own thing. And let's get down. Inhale, come back. And every week I'm hoping you are conditioning yourself that every time you are moving, that core is connecting. We're teaching that body to support itself whenever there is movement. Breathe out to lower. Now let's see, remember your option, guys. You can either stay happy on that thigh line. If you want to add that thoracic chest stretch, press against the chair, lifting up, only if this doesn't hurt your lower back. So please stay in tune. Breathe through the movement for 3 more, and 2, and 1 more. Keep our toes glued down. Walk your hands. Press that tailbone to the back and stretch it out, holding here. From that position, we flex the foot and lower. Breathe, flex. So I just want to get some blood flow over the fascia of the foot, over the ankle. Flex, and 1 more, breathe out, and hold in there. Now from here, you're going to go into that fun lift as you lift your chest. Flex your foot, toes to nose. And if you join me for that pathway, let's open this up. Neural zing, ITB. Do not let go of that core. Keep it tight. And hold 3. Holding 2. And 1, relaxing out of there, and join me on your hands and knees, please. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders, soften the elbows. And we breathe out as you take it into your side tilt, looking to the back. Inhale, draw it to center, other way. Breathe out, side tilt. Inhale, come back. And with this exercise, you are wanting to get that lower side area of your back to stretch. And each person will have a different range. So make sure you are listening to your body and getting that deep, delicious stretch in the area. Let's give it a hold here. And just deep breaths for 3. Sink into it. 2. 1 as you draw it back. And other way, hold 3, hold 2, holding 1, and come back. Bring your toes together for me. Open your knees, try your best to sit down on the heels, and reach these hands forward for 5 deep breaths. You can imagine that I'm coming to press gently up and down your spine, deepening this activation. With each breath, you aim to anchor your hips down, reach those fingertips further forward. Good. And let's take a walk, hands over to one side as you feel the zone down the side of the body for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. And other way, walking your hands over and enjoy that stretch for 3. For 2, for 1, As you come back, take your time, slowly rolling your spine up. And let's get ourselves comfortable on our backs. If your neck is wanting support or you want a little bit more comfort today, grab that cushion, place it underneath your head, neck, and shoulders. If you feel 100% fine working on the mat, you stay there. I want you to wrap hands over your knees. Let's imprint that spine and pull the knees deep into your chest. I want you to inhale as you tilt your legs forward, find your neutral spine. Breathe out as you plant it down into the floor, connect your core. Inhale, gentle release. Breathe out as you imprint, pull. 3, inhale, neutral. And connecting ribs, belly, transverse. Inhale, release, checking your neck, your shoulders are not tense. 1 more, release. Breathe out, and from here, open your feet, open your knees. Let's see what are the hips doing this morning. Allowing your back to tilt in and out of the floor. Keep going for 3. And loop for 4. Breathe in for 5. Other way, let's go. 1. Circle around. 2. Deep breath out. 3. Exhale for 4, last time. Breathing out for 5. Bring your ankles and knees together. Squeeze them deep into your chest. Give me a rock side to side. Aiming to bring that rush of blood flow over your back muscles. From here, I want you to drop this front foot onto the mat in the middle. Take your back knee, cross it over. Bend your elbows to make a W shape with the arms. Palms are facing up. Connect your core and very gently lower knees one way as you look opposite. Use your core, don't use your lower back as you return. Other way, and be really strict that the shoulders stay glued down, not letting them lift. Again, breathe out as you lower, planting your shoulder blades into the mat. And we come back. Breathe out as we lower. And come back for 1 more. As you lower, I want you to imagine that I'm gently pressing your knees down. Imagine Joey sitting on that opposite shoulder, giving you that anchor for 3. And you just opening this cross line through your psoas, your hip, your shoulder. Lovely. As you come back, keep your knees crossed. Lower your legs other way, and again imagining that knee pressing down, your shoulders staying pinned. And always taking that moment to note, what is your body feeling like in these stretches? Where are you zoning? Where do you hold the tension? As you come back, I want you to slide that ankle out, your knee opens, push that knee forward, wrap your hands around your hamstring, glue your sitting bones down, and we imprint as you pull the legs closer to the body. Inhale, tilt, find your neutral spine. Breathe out, imprint and pull without letting that outer knee pull in. Keep pushing it forward. On 3, I want you to pull and hold it in this position for 10 counts. That bum stretch. And 8, keep pushing that outer knee forward, pulling the other knee in. And check your shoulders haven't tensed up. If yours have, actively relaxed them. It's one of those exercises I also want you to imagine I'm in your mat, pulling your hips through the floor. So you're just constantly activating into that deeper sacrum, where your bum, where your back connect. Excellent. And let's lower down. Take your back leg, place it in the center, and cross front knee over all the way. Open up into your W shape, anchor your shoulder blades, and let's see what is this side of the hip line, the shoulders do. And we come back. Breathe out as we lower. Good. And coming back for 2. Breathe out to lower. Inhale, center, breathing out to lower. And come back for 3. And this is it. Try lower the knees without letting that shoulder lift. Another breath in that position. And come back, beautiful, other way. Let's lower down. And is one side feeling a lot different than the other? Good. As you come back, slide that knee out, that ankle out. Wrap your hands around hamstrings, neutral spine. And breathe out as you imprint to pull. Inhale, tilt to neutral. Breathe out as you imprint, pull. Inhale, this is it, 10 breaths. Holding in as you hold for the 10 breaths. Keep push that outer knee forward. Keep pulling that knee in. Keep anchoring your sitting bones. For tight shoulders, check that you have actively relaxed them down into the cushion, into the mat. Good. And I just hope this pelvis, this lower spine feels reset by the end of the session. From here, I want you to please open up your feet, open up your knees, pull those legs up towards your shoulders, anchor your sitting bones down. And keeping that turn out, we loop those legs around. So we want to work deep into that ball and socket, where those hips insert into the body. Good. You can let the lower back do its little tilt in and out of the mat. Change direction, 4. Breathe up for 3, so it's smaller loops than usual. 2. Let's see what are your hip flexors and the SI joint feeling like as you pull your knees up towards your shoulders. If you feel you can actually go that step further, let's move into happy baby. And with both options, I want you to try and lower your sitting bones down into the floor. So we just keep stamping that deep lower back, that sacrum bone down into that mat. Try connect your shoulder blades into the floor. If your back is feeling really tight today and you want a little bit more, you can add a rock side to side. And just go for another 2 breaths. Another 1 deep breath. Lower your back foot down onto the floor, open your knee. Join this other leg, knees open like a butterfly. Interlace your fingertips, reach your arms above your head. And just take this moment to stretch out your abdominals. The inner core, the psoas of the body gets a stretch, these underarms, those hips. Good, take another deep core breath. Beautiful, and from here, bring your knees back together. Squeeze them deep into your chest and just stay pressing your back into the floor and getting these legs pumped and ready for some stretch work. I'm excited. Please grab hold of those TheraBands, belts, towels, whatever you have to work off, and let's place that back foot into that band. It's always your choice. If you need the back support, I want that leg staying bent. If your spine feels 100% to extend, go there. And before you get moving, look at your hips. You want to be perfectly in line. See if you can have your back in neutral with a little gap between back and floor. And we go for little circles around for 5. Don't let those hips tilt. 4, we lubricating that hip. And 3, breathing. 2. Deep breath for 1, other way, circle around 5. Loop for 4. Breathe 3. And 2, I want you to keep that leg in the center as you open it out to the side. Breathe out, glide it across. Inhale, opening inner thigh, opening sciatic line. We have 3. Breathe out across. Inhale, 4. Exhale across, 1 more, breathe 5. Now show me your big loop around, so take it to your maximum loop. Showing me that control of the pelvis and not letting those hips party side to side. Keeping that core triggering. Shh. And reverse, big loop around, 5. And 4. Breathe 3. Are we ready to see this calf and hamstring work in the center? Finish it in the middle. Check your alignment. Flex your foot, stretch your knee, and go to your maximum stretch. It's important to me that you are feeling calf and hamstring, not lower back pain. So if it's pulling into that sciatic area, you are too deep. If you are really experienced with this, you want to try your best to start building that neutral spine flexibility. So see if you can stay there with that lower back in neutral. That is priority posture. Check your knee doesn't want to bend. Toes are pulling back to you, so it's that neural activation. Keeping your knee really still, you can activate into your shin, that tibialis and top of the foot. Point your toes. I want you to flatten your lower back as you pull those legs closer. Check here that knee doesn't bend. Lengthen out behind that knee. And give me another 4 breaths. Another 3. Breathe 2. We're going to flex that foot on 1. Hold your band with that front arm. Anchor your backhand. And let's go across and up. Sciatic stretch. ITB stretch. Look at your knee, and if it's bending, push through that heel. And give me another 4. Another 3. Another 2, we're going to bring it back to center. Swap your hand. Bend this other leg out. Anchor your arm and take it into your inner thighs. Pulling your toes upwards. Check your hips are not tilting. Check that knee is not bending. And feel that beautiful inner thigh. Hip flexors are getting a stretch. Good work. And from this position, draw it into the center. Place that front ankle onto thigh as you push this knee forward. Glue your sitting bones down and pull that leg close to you. When you feel ready to go deeper, bend the knee and back into that bum and hip. We've done a lot of hip and bum stretching, so I'm hoping this is a lot more mobile than it was in the warm-up. Lovely stuff. And let's see the other leg. Front foot into your band. Your choice to either bend knee or stretch. Before you move, look at your hip alignment. Try being neutral, and it's the little loops for 5. And 4, I love to visualize that ball and socket just mobilizing in the hip joint. And other way for 5, and this is to just oil it up as if we were Tin Mans and we're just oiling up these joints, not feeling so creaky after class, feeling limber, mobile, agile. Taking your foot across the body and opening out. Inhale across. Exhale, open, making sure that core is staying strong, pelvis staying still. 2 more. And we open, breathe for 1. And now let's see full range of your hip, big circle around. And 2. And 3, and always taking note, is it nice and smooth, the whole range of the hip, or is the back of the hip a lot tighter than the front? That is the body awareness I'm wanting you to keep building on. Yes, so then eventually you can just wake up and you're like, oh, my right hip's doing this, my left back's doing this. You can self-diagnose and then move to feel better. Let's stretch it out. Have a quick squeeze at your hips and make sure you're in center. If you can be in neutral, go there. Flexing foot, calf, hamstring, no lower back pain, please. And hold. I'm really hoping every week you're just feeling a lot more flexible, feeling that improvement. The more limber our hamstrings are, the better position our pelvis and lower back can sit in. So it helps avoid that back tightness. Keep that band secure, point your toes, stretch your knee, and you can let your back imprint without letting those shoulders tense. Watch your knee for me, it often will want to bend. Lovely. Flexing your foot, hold your band with your backhand, anchor your front arm, and let's take that foot across and up, pull, pull, pull. Have a look at your knee, if it's bending, push through your heel and stretch. Swap band to the other hand, bend your outer knee, open your arm and check that your hips are not tilting. Keep pulling toes upwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, bring your leg to center Ankle onto your thigh, glue your hips down, push your knee forward and stretch. And when you feel ready, bend into that very deep bum and hip stretch. Check the shoulders, especially those of us who tense in our neck and shoulders automatically. We want to teach the body to let go of that tension. Good, and let's place both feet into your band. I want you to bend your knees. You can let your lower backs relax. Trigger your core as you stretch. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, 3. Breathe out, stretch. Inhale for 4. Now keep your legs straight and just circle around, massaging your back to the floor. Keeping that core strong. 1, reverse other way. 1. Breathe out for 2. Breathe out for 3. Now flex your feet. Stretch your legs. Stay at your body's maximum. And if you feel your lower back can go this little bit further, and it feels safe, I want you to lift your tailbone slightly. Push through your heels. Often our shoulders want to tense up. Don't let that happen. And just feel how that opens up the lower back, your calves, your hamstrings. Deep core breaths. From here, gently melt that lower spine back down. You can let go of your bands as you open up feet and knees. Option A. Option B. Happy baby. And if you want to push to straddle, let's stretch it out and hold 3. With all 3 options, try to sit your sacrum down, that lower back. 2. 1, brilliant. Bring your legs in. Right knee pulls into chest, left leg along the ground. And circle this for 3 and 2. Breathe 1 other way. Let's go 3. Breathe for 2. Anchoring your back arm down. Lift your foot and very gently rotation and hold. Don't let that shoulder pop off the ground. Swap leg. Other knee pulls deep into the body. And go for the loop. 3 and 2. Breathe 1 other way. Let's go 3. Breathe 2. Anchoring your arm down. Lift that foot slightly and cross and stretch. Good work. And from here, turning onto your side. Scooping your knees up so that all the way in line with your hips. Tuck your feet under. Resting your hands in front. If you work without the cushion, that's totally fine. You can have your head over the shoulder. I want you to reach this hand forward. Breathe out as we open this up. Try and get your shoulder blades to the floor. Inhale, we come back again. Reach this hand forward as we open. And because of all the shoulder release we've been doing today, I'm hoping this is feeling a lot better. 3, glide forward and around, keeping your knees glued. And come back for 1 more. Glide those fingertips forward and around. And holding in your maximum stretch for 5. 4, trying your best to get the shoulder blades anchored down. Looking at that backhand with ease. Brilliant. As you come back, wrap your hand over your foot. Pull this knee back, lifting your rib cage, your belly button. Feel that thigh, that hip flexor, stretch. From here, we're going to open up that knee to the ceiling. You can hold the back of the leg, flex your foot, stretch your leg, and feel calf, hamstring. Some of you might be getting a hip stretch. And on the topic of hip, place that foot over your knee, push that leg away from you, find that gap, stack your hips. And some of you might be feeling a deep hip stretch. You might not feel this at all, but either way, we are setting that ball and socket where I would love it to be sitting just in general. Good, beautiful stuff. You can turn up and over. I'm going to scoot to the other side just so I can stay facing you. And let's see what this other side's doing. Reach forward and opening up, lengthening the pec, the front of the shoulder line. And we come back for 2. Reach forward, always activating into your core. And let's come back 2 more. Reaching forward and around. And come back 1 more. Let's go forward and around and anchoring for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bringing it back on 1. Wrap your hand over foot. Pull the knee back and enjoy that thigh and flexor stretch. Lift your ribcage, your belly. Amazing stuff. Turn your knee up, wrapping hand and stretch. Calf, hamstring, hip. Placing foot over your thigh. Push your knee forward and set that hip for me. Brilliant. And then from here, join me in your seated position. If you feel that you want a little bit more release, you can sit on top of that cushion, open your feet in that V, take your back, place it over the right foot, anchor your sitting bones down. If those knees need to soften slightly to be comfortable, I'm happy, but grow tall in the spine. Palm facing up, chest facing forward, and going to that side reach without letting that opposite hip lift. If you feel you can go 1 step further, grab that band, lift that elbow, and hold. Make sure you're not tensing that neck, that shoulder, and feel that really deep sideline stretch. Take a strong breath as you turn your chest. Watch your shoulders here, and use that tension of the band. Pull. Imagine I'm pulling that opposite hip down into the floor. And stretch, stretch, stretch for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Sliding up and over. Other side. Anchor those hips down. Chest forward. Let's go up and over. If you went into that deeper stretch, go there. Elbow to roof. Spectacular. Turn and pull. And be hectic. Pull that band. Make sure it feels like a good kind of stretch. We'll keep this foot in the band as you place it directly in front of you. Take that other foot, place it on top of your thigh, and see if you can sit up really tall. Now keep your back flat. Walk down that TheraBand, pulling your toes up, keeping that back flat, and feel calf, hamstring, hip. From here, allow that body to curl over, trying to get your nose to your knee, and hold 3, hold 2, hold 1, swap, other foot into band, ankle on thigh, lift up tall, and take a walk on that band or belt. Shoulders down, tailbone pointing back. Zing, zing. And then from there, allow that body to lower, nose to knee. Brilliant. And from here, both feet into the band. First one, I want you to lengthen in the back and see what is your range today. Is this improving? Aiming to keep that back flat, your shoulder blades connected. Take a deep breath, allow your back to curl and hold for 3, 2, you can stay in that forward bend as you let go of your band. Point your toes, reach your arms forward, and imagine I'm gently pressing on your back. Keep your core strong. Whenever you are in a forward bend, you need those core muscles tight, supporting that structure. Slide it up. Bring your feet together. Lift up back into that beautiful posture. And from here, tilt that body forward. You can use your hands to press the knees down. And feel those hips getting this stretch. I'm hoping the shoulder blades are connected, that lower back as flat as possible. And I love this because this is where you see how connected your hip flexors and lower back really are. So remember, if your hip flexors are tight, the back will be your symptom. Good work, guys. Let's bring it together. Hands and knees, please. And from here, let's see your cat and cow. Breathe out as we curl into your body. Peel the shoulder blades apart, tucking chin to chest. Now be strict. I never want you collapsing in the back of the neck. Always that sense of core. Again, breathe out. You want to feel those shoulder blades open away from each other. And watching your elbows are not bending and stretching, your body staying in the center, not moving forward and back. Let's do one more and stay in this curl. Push that mat away from you. Tuck your chin deeper. And then back to your flat line. I want you to dig your toes in. Keep your knees really bent. Lift your hips and I want your chest on your thighs. What's important to me is that you are getting those upper back, those shoulder blades to say hello. Stretch it out. Now from here, don't let your back move and see if you can stretch your legs. Hello, downward dog. 3. Breathe 2. Breathe 1. Soften your knees. Zip in your core as you walk your hands towards your feet. Take your time, slowly peeling your spine up, nice and slow. I don't want you getting a head rush. Good, and let's bring some TLC into our neck and into our top traps. Grabbing onto your band or belt. I want you to step onto that band, feet hip distance. Anchor your shoulders down. I want you to have a lot of tension in that grip. Connect shoulder blades. And from here, tuck your chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Breathe out to tuck. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Exhale, tuck. And 1. Stay with your eyes down. Shrug your shoulders to the roof. And come down. Shrugging shoulders up. And come down. 2 more. Breathe 3. And down last time, breathe 4. Now keep your shoulders anchored. Place your head beautifully. And just gentle tilt. Not letting those shoulders move. Again, breathe outside. And I'm hoping those of you who do struggle with neck pain or tension, that you remember this set. Let this be your body medicine, your feel good. Get rid of that tension. And from here, anchor your ear down and give me 5 breaths. Imagine us gently pressing that opposite shoulder down. Feels so good. And then up and over, other way, hold 5. Opposite shoulder down. And from here, place that head beautifully again. Big rolls around. 5 and 4 and 3. And 2, breathe 1, other way for 5, and 4, and 3. Breathe 2, we move into your side bend, work that tension in place. Inhale, back, side bend, and come back. You can let go, and from here, glide your arms above your head, shoulders stay down. And from there, imagine I'm pulling your upper body back and stretch out chest. Make sure you're not hinging into those lower backs. If your neck allows you, open up the scalenes of the neck, the front line. Back to center. Give me that side bend. Pull this underneath arm down. Inhale, back. Exhale, up and over. And I want really loose grip, shoulders down, chin still, and just big loops around, working at your maximum. I don't want that form to be compromised. So the second you feel your shoulders wanting to lift, that chin wanting to tuck, that is your no-go. Don't go further zone. And forward. Let's do 3 more. And think of this as oiling up that deep shoulder joint, where that ball and socket insert. Breathe out, loop, And from here, we're gonna tuck our chin, soften knees, let go of your bands or belts. At the bottom, I want you to just completely relax your head, relaxing your tongue, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Take a deep breath as you lift up, stack your spine, and let's place them beautifully. And I want to do one more stretch, deep breath, exhale, roll down. And at the bottom, lengthen behind your knees, pull your nose towards your legs, and deep breaths for 2. Inhale through nose, exhale through mouth. For 1, soften legs, zip in your core, and set that body magnificently. Feel the shoulders connect, lift your head up, and take your breath in, energized bodies. Breathing out. 1 more, inhale. And exhale, and into center. And thank you for joining Joey and me, and even Dale, who's behind the camera today. So much love and gratitude, guys. I hope you feel amazing. And I hope I speak to you and hear from you soon. Have a good day.